Hey guys, welcome back to Spirited 83. Deirdre here with you all. So I have a tarot collection video for you all today. It's one that I have definitely put off for a few months because 2021 has happened, and yeah. So finally getting around to doing this video for you. Sorry if I'm a little groggy. I'm a little stuffy getting over a cold, so I will have my water here with me. But I have the video for you guys today. It might be a little bit of a lengthier one, so just get comfy. You know, if you want to hang with me for the whole thing, God bless you. But just a little bit of background before I go into the actual video. So I will just be doing indie decks for this one. Another video I'll do mass market. I do kind of have a lot of decks. I do deck purge. Actually, some of the decks that are in this video I have already planned on, passing on. I won't specify that in this video. I'll just show them to you. Don't want to sway you in case you do decide to get it. I know sometimes that kind of helps people make a decision whether they want to get a deck or not. I just want to show you the plain deck. Kind of sitting on my bed here. I'm a little bouncy. But yeah, so just a little bit of background again before I get started. So I do have an art background, design background. I'm actually a teacher, but throughout the whole time I have been designing on the side. So me finding tarot was kind of just like a kismet kind of thing. Like around 2010s, kind of went through that whole spiritual shift, as we all do, and reading a lot of books. So the very first deck that I ended up getting was the Osho Zen. Love that deck. I bought it more so for Osho. I was reading a lot of his books at the time, but working with that deck, I kind of just fell in love with the system of tarot itself, and the rest is history. So here we are, hundreds of decks later. So I'm bringing you one of my collections for that. I have posted both Oracle deck collections also on my channel, so check those out if you haven't. But like I said, this will just be indie tarot. So I'm gonna switch the camera angle and show you guys what I have. All right, let's get to it. Okay guys, so here I am. Just letting you guys know, in case this camera falls during this video, I do have a janky behind system setup right now. So yeah, we'll see how this goes, but hopefully that won't happen, but you never know. Tech is gonna tech. All right, so the first one I guess we'll do right up here, as you guys can see, is the Oak, Ash, and Thorn. This is one that I missed out on the, I think it was the Kickstarter, and I wasn't sure if they were going to do pre-orders for it, so really bummed that I missed it. Then I saw something earlier this year where they did have extra copies of the deck, so I did pick one up. It's a little bit different than the Kickstarter version, which is fine, but I really, of course, like everyone else, let me zoom in a little bit here, fell in love with the images. I've really gotten into working with animal themed decks this year. Kind of like getting back to the natural world. So the artwork, actually the whole entire experience of this deck was something special for me. The feel of the cards, the quality, just love when that extra time and care is put into a deck. And this one spared no expense. It's just absolutely beautiful. I've used this a lot during the fall months, but just really stunning. I also did an unboxing of this deck as well. It's just really beautiful, even though it has that earthy theme to it. It's still kind of like that it gives you that deeply spiritual aspect as well, which is something that I really, really appreciate about it, when you can connect the earthly realm and the spiritual realm so well together. And I feel like this deck does that perfectly. Really, really beautiful. Okay, so that is the Oak, Ash Thorn. Like I said, a beloved favorite in the tarot community. Next one is the Illest Tarot. This has since been renamed to that 90s Tarot. This one I did do a couple of readings with. I got this about, what, 2 years ago. But yeah, I did do readings with it when I first got it. Good readings. I mainly just hold on to this one just for, you know, nostalgia purpose. A lot of the people, you know, I grew up listening to, watching. It's, you know, I just like to have it on deck. So I really don't do readings with it that much anymore. But it is a deck that I do love and enjoy. And let's see, so we have the court cards, and then the minor arcana is pip style. And the pip style, I will say, is very effective in this deck. Okay. And yeah, there we go. Get some different cards in there. The Pentacles. Yep, so that is the Illest Tarot, since changed to that 90s Tarot. All right, next one, Soul Cards. This is an intuition deck, as I like to call it. That's kind of what I use it for. Very simple, but elegant images. So this would really exercise the intuition a lot. I've used this one a couple of times. Good readings with it. The deck itself feels absolutely majestic. Just, it literally feels like a luxury car. Just high quality, shuffles really, really well. And I actually could call this my tattoo deck too, because I am considering a tattoo. And I'm liking some of the images here, maybe. Like I said, that's a great hierophant. So this is one you really kind of just sit with and take each aspect in. For me, you know, kind of looking at the image firsthand, I really didn't think I could get a good reading with it, but you really do have to sit with the image. And you'll be surprised. A lot, you could get a lot from it. A lot comes to you. There's a Death card. So yeah, despite, you know, how it looks, how it feels, great, great readings as well. So don't let, you know, kind of intricate designs like this sway you from saying, oh, I won't be able to get a good reading with it. You will. Trust me. Very, very good deck. She also had this deck in other colors. There's pink, white. I think she had a new green version as well. Christine Freedom is the creator. The box is kind of matte, so that's kind of where I have like the fingerprints on there and stuff like that. But very, very beautiful deck, high quality. Yeah, and find her on Instagram too. I like her Instagram page. All right, so those are the soul cards. The other deck that's kind of similar to that one, kind of not, is the Weaver Tarot from the Threads of Fate. This is the Journeyer edition. This one kind of operates in the same way as the soul cards and kind of not. Like, every deck is different. This one does have a guidebook. I don't really use the guidebook though, because we have this beautiful card here. And I like the keywords and the references here, because then I could just sit this on the side and once again let my intuition take over and just read the card for itself based on her meanings here, or maybe based on the meaning that, you know, I want to give it. So the High Sage, of course, that's our High Priestess card. You can read a lot from that. We have our all-seeing eye in the middle with our moon phases, the Pillar, the Anchor, the Hierophant. There we have our Tooth representing wisdom. So like I said, yeah, you can Trying to find our court cards. A Four of Cups. Okay, so you could, you know, see the references. We have the eyes for a reference, roses, the clocks for time, or teeth. I think seeds was another one. A lot of good references here. So that's how I like to use that one. And then you could also see the collage photos in the back, setting off the background of the card. So I said, another beautiful. That's literally a deck that, you know, I just sat with, looked at each image, took it in, what it wanted to say. So that's another one I really enjoy working with. Weaver Tarot. Next one is the She-Wolf. And I'll show both together. I have a lot of Serpentfire decks. Serpentfire Tarot decks. So this is the Serpentfire Tarot. This is one of the first editions. And the She-Wolf, this is the third one. I do have the newer version of the She-Wolf. I'm debating on maybe doing a comparison video because there are some things I like about the old traditional deck, and there are some things I do like about the updates. So I'm kind of in a dither whether I should, you know, just combine the two, how I like it, or just leave it be, or, you know, I really don't want one deck sitting on the shelf that I'm not using as much. So I'm really not sure about this one. I'll probably do a separate video comparing these two for you guys. But I'll just show you the back so you get an idea for the artwork on this one. Let's see. She showed a little bit different. Yeah, the cards are a little bit different. Okay, so I'll probably do a separate video comparing these two. But beautiful deck. I love her retro, futuristic style. Really, really beautiful. The Serpentfire also kind of has that same feel to it, like that Egyptian retro feel. And another great intuitive deck. So this is the old version with the borders. But yeah, beautiful artwork. This is also one that is astrology based. So if you're studying astrology, this is one that can help you. Like I said, I am a current astrology studier, student. I'm kind of a beginner. So this is one I like to pull out to help me with that. So like I said, she does have a newer version of this deck without the borders. It's just as beautiful, so check that out as well. She also has a very good Instagram page. Devaney Wolfe, that's her name. All right, next let's go to, this is the Pastel Magic Tarot. This is one of my first indie decks that I got. This was just a fun read. This one's a lighthearted read. It is Pip style. Like I said, don't let that sway you. You can still get a very good reading with Pip style decks. And then the majors are also really, really cute. Very simple. This is a very simple deck. So it's just simple, fun readings. This might be a good one for you. A lot, like I said, a lot of diversity in it. It's really, really great. So I like this one. It's cute. It's a cute read. It's a cute, quick read. So that is the Pastel Magic Tarot. I'm going to try to keep this moving here, guys. If you're still with me, thank you. All right, next one is the Moonchild Tarot. Another favorite. This is another one that has Egyptian themes. This one I've worked with a few times, and this one I'm kind of still trying to make a connection with. I haven't gotten there fully. I did read with it quite a bit. I got it, I think, towards the tail end of last year. I read with it a little bit. I actually tried to also use this with another Oracle deck. and it read really well that way. So I think that's probably how I'll use this deck from now on. I usually pull a card from this one and one from the Oracle deck, and I get good readings with that. This one has also helped me prepare to start reading for other people, so that's gone well too. But I do like the collage style. I do like the kind of light pastel feel to it, like that feeling of another realm type of style. I think that's the main thing that attracted me to this deck. So like I said, I'm still working this one, but working with this one, but we're getting there. Okay, so that is the Moonchild Tarot. Okay. Next one is another Kickstarter that I backed. So, really, we're not going to open? We're going to do this? Okay. All right. Sorry, it has my dog hair on it. This is the new Immortals deck. So this was a Kickstarter. This is by Madeline McLaughlin. It's the creator there. This one, I have to say, this is probably my favorite deck to shuffle. It's just the card stock is, I don't know, it's kind of perfect. If a card stock could be perfect, I would say it's this one. As you can see, it's like that ribbed linen playing card feel. Beds really well, but not flimsy at all. So this one, okay. My thing with this deck is I feel like my connection with it is incomplete. So she has different themes for the minors. It's like our cups are here. It's, you know, kind of pip style. And then another for the wands. Let me see. Yeah, pip style again. And I think for one suit is like a South Asian theme. Yeah, like a South Asian themed type of style, which I like the different styles. And then the pentacles are like African themed, which I like. I love the style. My only thing is, when I backed the Kickstarter, it did mention that they would have like a booklet to list, I guess, her inspiration for the cards. But all that it listed was just the theme, like pretty much what I just told you, that, you know, one suit is related to South Asia, one suit is related to African themes, and that's kind of it, that you were supposed to just read the deck on intuition. My only issue with the deck is that I know some of these are artwork pieces, and I kind of like to know the name of the artwork piece. Like this one I am familiar with. I know that one. But other ones, guys, please tell me if you know I'm being a bitch on this. But I just kind of feel like I want to know more about this. Like, I've seen the artwork before. I want to know the name. So, you know, I'll do my own research on the deck to kind of, you know, I've seen this before. There's another one. Like, these images I've seen before, but, you know, I would have to like Google each one to kind of really take me further into the meaning of the message. So that would be like my only gripe with the deck. I mean, it's as you can see, it's beautiful. It's stunning. This is another one. I've seen this image before, but I don't know the names of all of them. So I just would have liked to have that extra bit of information. So, yeah. So that's the new Immortals. Like I said, because of that, I haven't used this one a whole lot. But, like I said, I don't want it sitting on my shelf. I will try to work with it again, give it another chance, but we'll see what happens. So that is the new Immortals. All right, moving on. Okay, we're off the bed now. We're on to the shelf. All right, this one I'm not going to show too much of because it is out of print and there are a million YouTube videos on this deck. This is Bohemian Gothic Tarot. Of course, this is one I pull out at Halloween time. I did show cards in that video for this one, but like I said, I love decks that deal with shadow work. And this is one where I actually kind of, you know, when you're doing a reading, you don't want to really deal with the shadow meanings. With this deck, I don't know. It's like I like the shadow meanings. It's like, I don't know. Like if I get 4 of Pentacles, it's like, hell yeah, I'm being irresponsible with my money. Let's go. All right. Like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know what it is about this one. Like it feels like the shadow meanings, I don't know, it's gonna sound corny as hell, but it's like a friend and they're giving you that push to make the change. You know, if you really feel you need to make a change. I don't know, it's kind of like that. Like this deck is, you know, pushing you, giving you that leg up. But I don't know, I get like legit excited to do readings with this deck. Like I said, I'm a visual person, so the artwork too. Like, I just like looking at it. It's just that type of deck. But that is the Bohemian Gothic Tarot. Like I said, it's out of print, guys. If you want to maybe look on eBay, see if you can snag one. You know, if it's in your budget, go for it. Also, keep checking Baba Studio's websites. Subscribe to their emails, because sometimes they'll have a deck come back for a couple of days or a couple of weeks. You know, just see what happens if that one's on your radar. Another Baba Studios one is the Victorian Romantic Tarot. This one has a very light feel. This is one I use in the springtime. Like I said, Baba Studios has very good quality decks. Just kind of back that up here. Yeah, so this one, once again, I get that storybook feel to it. That old romantic type of vibe. It's just really, really stunning. Fun deck to work with. Very intuitive. This is one where I don't really use the booklet. I just, you know, go off of what I already know about the cards and just use intuition for the rest. Like I said, the artwork, the pictures definitely give you enough to work with. All right, so that is the Victorian Romantic Tarot. All right, we're moving along here. Let's go to this one. All right, this is another Kickstarter. This is the Anne of Green Gables tarot cards, and I had to get this one because I grew up with, I know the Anne with an E is very popular on Netflix, but this is based off the version that I grew up with in the 80s. This is the old PBS version with Richard Farnsworth, Megan Follows. I have them all on DVD. I'm like so aging myself here. But when I saw there was a deck based off of that, I'm like, what? Of course I have to get it. Oh my gosh, but she's walking along the ridgepole of Moody's kitchen roof. Sorry, I'm going into detail here, guys, but this just, when she's giving her Highwayman performance, guys, I was so freaking ecstatic when I saw they made a tarot deck out of this. It's just like, I haven't even read with it yet. Like, it's just, I'm keeping this. Never getting rid of it. I love this deck. I say her and Diana. It's just, oh, like seriously, like this is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I said, I love the artwork. So the artwork's not even my style, but I love it. It's beautiful. I just said, oh, heartbreaking, heartbreaking. So, oh, love Matthew. Gotta love Matthew, which he cracks the slate over Gilbert's head. I mean, it's just, I got such a kick out of this when I went through the deck for the first time. It's just awesome, awesome, awesome. So, let's see. I haven't followed up on the creation of this one. I will, of course, look up to see if it's available. And of course, I'll leave that link down below. But guys, yeah, I just had to get that. It's just so darn cute. It's so well made. So that's the Anna Grey Gables Tarot. Let's see. So we're at 22 minutes. Not too bad so far. I want to kind of keep whipping through these. Let's go to this pile. All right, this is the Neon Tarot by Katya Kotoka. This is another one I think is out of print, so I won't linger too long on this one. But this one, guys, I love the colors. This has been a mood lifter deck for me. This is one that I do use year round. I usually find myself working with it in the spring, or like, I will work with it around Halloween too. But it's an instant mood lifter. I love, even with, you know, daunting, somewhat not morbid cards. I don't know. It's just, I get in a good mood when I use this deck. Like I said, very bright. This one, heavy on Asian ancestry. So it's good for that too. And also pip style. Pips are very, very fun. Fun deck to work with. I love the art style. Like that graffiti kind of sketch drawing. It's just, it's fun. And it's different. I like it. All right, so that is the Neon Tarot. I did etch this one in bright yellow. You know, kind of finish it off for me. All right, so that's another loved one. All right, the next one doesn't put me in such a good mood, but it's still a fantastic deck. And that's the Tarot Banksy. This is another one that I don't use it for readings as much. Pretty much just use it as reflection for the artwork. Zoom in a little bit there. Like I said, awesome, awesome artwork. I love the relation that the creator was able to make it into the tarot system. It works very well. And the booklet is great for this one too. So let me show you guys that simple booklet. And then for the meanings, they just have a quote. So let's see, kind of show you guys here. Yeah, so like these are, let me show you this section here. So these are the buckets. It should be our cups. And then you kind of just get a quote in your keywords. So 6 of Cups, dreaming is my religion. Nostalgia, innocence, childhood memories, reunion. I'm big on quotes, so this works very, very well for me for that. You know, sometimes you really don't need a long paragraph or a quote, a couple of keywords. That's really all you need. I mean, a lot of it, you know, Banksy's artwork speaks for itself. That's what's so special about it. So yeah, definitely had to pick that one up. This is another favorite. All right, so that is the Banksy Tarot. And sorry guys if I'm not mentioning each creator. I will leave links below. Another one, this is the Slow Tarot by Lacey Bryant. Another one, I love the painting style. I think these were like oil paintings that she did for this one. So this is another one where it caught me visually, more so than by meanings. Meanings are very good though. So the cards on this one, as you can see, each suit is separated by a different color. I really like the swords in this deck. And then your aces have no borders. So your aces, you just get a plain image. I mean, they're kind of so stunning. I kind of wish like the whole deck had come like that, because that's really, really beautiful without it. It's beautiful with it too, but it's really beautiful without the border as well. And I'm not going to trim, because I'm not going through all of that trying to match it up with this. That's too much work. But let me show you some let me show you the swords in this one. I like the swords. So there's 2 swords. I like the 4 swords as well. This is one of my favorite 7 of swords. It's really great artwork, guys. One of my favorite 9 of swords as well. And 10 of swords, yeah. It's like I said, I love the swords in this deck. Okay. So, yeah, if you want to check that one out as well, like I said, there are a lot of videos, walkthroughs of the Slow Tarot. But really beautiful box too. So there's oil painting around the edge of the box. Really, really well done. Okay, next one is another beloved favorite in the community. This one we all know. Sasuraibito. Stacia Burrington. Yes, like we know, really bright colors. Love the style of artwork. This one's just, it's just another great intuitive read. I love decks where you could just, you know, look at the cards and take it from there. Even with one pulls. Sometimes you might need to pull clarifying cards for some decks to get a better meaning. This one, I've done a lot of just 1 card pulls, daily draws, weekly draws, and gone, you know, whole week based off of that meaning of that 1 card. Because that's how great this artwork is. Just really, really beautiful, guys. Yep, so that's why this one's a favorite. Very, very well-deserved reputation. All right, so definitely pick this one up if you don't have it yet in your collection. Okay, next one. Next one, I have to say, I don't know why I got this deck. When I saw the artwork, it's not my style at all, in any way, shape, or form. But I don't know. For some reason, I got it anyway. You know, Tarot Addict is going to Tarot Addict. But when I got it, it's like, thank the heavens that I got the deck. This is one where I do use the guidebook, because the guidebook is so freaking well written. It's awesome. You can pretty much do anything with this one. 1 card readings, multiple card readings, just pull one, go through the guidebook. I mean, the guidebook, sometimes it will kind of bring you to tears. It's just so insightful. And of course, you know, I've fallen in love with the artwork based off of that. The more I worked with it, the more I fell in love with it. I actually love using this deck with the I've been recently using this deck with the Iris Oracle. I recently did a walkthrough with this on my channel. I've been using these 2 decks together. Match made in heaven, let me tell you. I've been doing a lot of tarot combos this year. But Tarot of the Crone, I highly, highly recommend. This is by Ellen Lorenzi Prince. And I think she also has the Dark Goddess Tarot at all. I haven't looked at that one yet. You know, honestly, I'm just so satisfied with this one. I just keep this one by me. But really beautiful, beautiful, insightful work on this one. Very, very happy that I decided to make the jump and get it. And I love the black backgrounds. The plain black. I always think of black like the color of potential. Like, you know, containing all. Just really, really stunning. All right. Next deck. Oh, See, there it goes, about to crash. It was about to crash. All right, I'm gonna stack that there. Okay. Next one I have is Prisma Visions. And I got this deck with the Cosmic Visions Kickstarter. So this is another one, you know, I saw in the community, you know, didn't really think to get it. It was pretty. I didn't really think to get it. Some water there. I wanted the Cosmic Visions though. Cosmic Visions deals a lot with past life work, and I have to say this was the most impeccable Kickstarter that I've ever taken part in. I mean, it was such a great experience. Constant communication with the backers, the add-ons. The add-ons. Jeez. It was fantastic. James R. Eads, big ups. It was wonderful. So one of the add-ons, you had to, you know, of course, still pay for it, but he offered the newer version of the Prisma Visions, which is this one. I think the first one had like glossy cards. This one's more of a matte feel, so I decided to get it, you know, pair the two decks together, which is also perfect. But yeah, I get it now. As I started working with it, I was like, I get why this is such a popular deck. I love the artwork. I love the dreamlike feel to it, the dreamlike style. And this one now houses my favorite Chariot card. Where is it? Where's my Chariot card? Oh, maybe I took it. Oh, was I saved it? Oh, okay. I'm saving it for another video. That's why. But like seriously, the Hermit card, I love it. The Hermit and the Chariot cards, they're just beautiful. And of course, we all know the style of the artwork, how each card connects to the other one. But this was also the first deck where I got a tarot journal. I started using a tarot journal. And let me tell you guys, do not sleep on tarot journals. They are very, very great to have. They've helped me with meditation practices. They've helped me with kind of like memory overall. I got to the point where when I do a reading, I don't want to internally hold on to the reading. I'd rather write it down in the journal, get it out, and then just kind of operate with a clean slate again. If you're reading, obviously, you know, your subconscious is gonna, you know, remember that message. But I just like getting it out of me, if that makes sense. And then to go back through the journal and then take notice of themes. Have I pulled a lot of major cards? Have I pulled a lot of swords cards? You know, if it's 6 months down the road and I'm still pulling the same type of cards, you know, what hasn't changed? What has changed? So the journal that came with this was one of the add-ons. I decided to pick it up, give it a try, and I'm so, so glad I did. Guys, also, the guidebook is... Oh, come to think of it, I haven't done a video on this. Maybe I'll do a video on this for you guys. Show you how I've been working with it. Because there's so much freaking stuff that came with it. The past life regression spread that you can do with it is just freaking awesome. Yeah, I'll do a video on how I've been working with this one. Because it's just... I'm really, really glad I decided to finally add Prisma Visions to my collection. And I'll, of course, show it paired with the Cosmic Visions Oracle decks. Like I said, if you don't want to wait, there are probably 100 videos of people who have already done it. Go check those out. I highly, highly recommend that deck. All right, guys. We're getting there. Next one is the Wayhome Tarot. This one's by Bakara Wintner, who wrote the WTF What the Fuck is Tarot book, and Autumn Whitehurst. I actually picked up this deck because I got the WTF book first for Christmas, and I love the way the book was written, and she had images of some of the cards in the book, so I was like, where's the deck for this? I really like it. But I love the style of artwork. I love how some images full on lavish, others are a little simpler. It's a very simple, clean look to it. There's another one that reads really, really well. And another one that also has a very well-written guidebook. I think I mentioned in another video how I like how she has the courts laid out. How the Wands people will probably live in one type of house. Cups people might live in a more like off the grid type of house maybe. It's just a really good read. So I recommend that book. And then if you want to pick up the deck as well, go for it. Next one is This Might Hurt Tarot deck. So I got this one because I have the Modern Witch Tarot. And I noticed that this one was very similar to that. So I kind of wanted this one to work in conjunction with that other deck. That's actually kind of why I did want it, because they're so similar. And they've worked really, really well together. So this one kind of has more of a, I don't want to say like comic book style, but kind of like more of that fun, quirky kind of artwork, but still, like I said, very, very highly spiritual. The deck also feels great as well. And this one, I have to say, it shuffles a little bit better than the Modern Witch. And I was going to say the Judgment card is one that sorted for me, but it's in my other pile, getting ready for my other video. So it'll be in that one. Like I said, I love the color palette also as well. Really, really beautiful. I love that Four of Swords. This one had like signature cards that sold me to get it. Like just scrolling through, oh, it's a nice deck, and then I would see a card and say, oh, yeah, I gotta have it. That's pretty much what this one was for me. All right, so this is the This Might Hurt Tarot deck by Isabella Rotman. All right. Next deck, we're kind of going back to my animal theme. That is the Goliath. Let's back up a little bit. Goliath, this is the first edition. I do want the second edition. It's just not on my budget right now. But I love that they have smaller mat cards. But I do like, of course, a lot of people are saying the cards are humongous, which they are. But I think that's why I haven't gotten the second edition, because the artwork is just so freaking beautiful. It really feels like I'm holding art pieces in my hand. And believe it or not, I do spreads with this one. Despite the size of the cards, the spreads work really, really well with this deck. This is when I spread out on the floor. Guidebook also very, very well written. A lot of information. I love when guidebooks have a lot of information, a lot of thought put into them. Like I said, this one we're exploring, so kind of like Oak, Ash, and Thorn. This one, Oak, Ash, and Thorn is it's a cute deck. It's a spiritual deck. This deck, I would say I get a lot more shamanistic vibe from it. And I also have to say a lot more, I don't want to say nastier, but it kind of explores like the dark, underhanded side of the animal world. And I kind of appreciate that as well. Like this one is not peaches and cream, you know. Humans go through crap. All matter of life goes through crap. in many different forms. And this deck addresses that. Like, I think this with like the Five of Pentacles, oh, it just breaks my freaking heart. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, you're gonna break your heart along with me. But it is such a beautiful card. Yeah, like I said, it's hard to look at, but that's life sometimes. You know, you don't, everything's not beautiful all the freaking time. And this deck does that really, really well. And then there are a shitload of extra bonus cards, which are great too. All the bonus cards are fantastic. Sacred Fire. I mean, just guys, look at that. It's stunning, 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 stunning. And that's really kind of why I haven't gotten the second edition. I've been satisfied with this one. You know, I really don't mind the big cards when the artwork is so, you know, surreal and beautiful like this. So, you know, I'm kind of okay with having this one. You know, I like it. It works for me. All right, so that is the Goliath. All right, and we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Hang in there with me. All right, next one. This is the Tarot of Saqqara. I've been reading a lot on Egyptian mythology. I read Egyptian Book of the Dead last year. Excellent read. So I kind of wanted a deck. I've been looking for an Egyptian deck for a while. I really wanted a deck that would take me months to go through, months to read. A book where I could really get into the meat of the symbolism, the gods and goddesses, and I think this deck will be that deck for me. This is not one that I'm going to be doing readings with. I think because it's so detailed. There's a different theme. We do get the writing on the bottom. We get the rune correlation. We get the Hebrew correlation. There's just so much to this deck, and I like it. This is what I was looking for in an Egyptian deck. One that really goes into depth. So there is a booklet that comes with it. So let me see. So this one does give you basic meanings. So you can see that for the Lover's card. I purchased the separate PDF file of the actual book. That shit is like over 400 pages, but it's what I wanted. It gives you maps. It gives you history. It gives you thorough stories. It gives you full god and goddess backgrounds, full relation to the scenes, for relations to the different papyrus scenes that we're familiar with seeing, like the weighing of the heart and the feather. So much freaking detail. I'm gonna try and leave like little clips of the book here, but if you're looking for an in-depth Egyptian deck, I highly recommend this one. This one's by Donald Beeman, and I found this one on Etsy. So the deck itself, reasonably priced. It's not too expensive. And I think the extra book was like, was it around 20? 12 to 20? I don't know. That's a big gap. It wasn't expensive. Not at all. But I will definitely leave links to that. But highly recommend this for a good, thorough Egyptian-based deck. That's the Tarot of Saqqara. All right. Next one is the indie deck. This is the Tarot of Physics. Cute. Has that homemade, I love the way this one feels. You could tell this was like hand cut with love, strictly like from their shop to your shelf, to your altar, whatever it may be. So we kind of have the papery feel on one side, laminate on the other. You can see how it's kind of been cut, but I love that organic feel to it. And then here, this is another one where kind of like the world is your oyster. If you're into science, if you're into physics, if you're into relating those two together with the spiritual world, this is the perfect match for that. This one gets very, very technical into that, and that's what I love. I actually bought a separate science like textbook on my own to delve deeper. Sometimes I will put this deck out alongside with my basic Rider-Waite and relate those two together. I mean, this one really, it's another one you could spend hours, months, if you want to dedicate that amount of time to exploring and merging the aspect of science and spirituality together. This deck, I think, is perfect for that. Like I said, as I'm looking, this might be one where, as I get more comfortable, won't be anytime soon. I'll probably do a separate video on that, showing these two, this deck side by side with the original Rider-Waite. All right, so that is the Tarot of Physics. Let's see if there was a title card. Yeah, okay. Dan Horn, Green Kenner, tarotphysics.com if you're interested in this one. And as you can see, yeah, I kind of wrote down the correlations. Like I said, this was going to be like a notebook deck for me. I just straight up wrote it on the card. That's how I want to use this deck. So the times would be our swords, matter, our pentacles, space, cups, energy, wands. Okay, yep, that's a fun one to get into. All right, another loved tarot deck, Pagan Otherworlds. This one I've read a lot with this year. Yeah, there's really not much I could say about this deck that hasn't been said already. It's, like I said, it's got that reputation for a reason. Beautiful artwork, high quality deck, well-written guidebook, really good at connecting you to that earthy pagan element. Just absolutely beautiful. This one also shuffles really well. My Super Oracle stock kind of slides a little bit. This one doesn't. This one has a lot better hold to it. And it smells great too. Yes, I smell my decks. I love, this one smells like old wallpaper and I love it. It fits. This is another one that it's just an experience to read with. It's an experience to hold. Like the Bohemian Gothic, it's one that I legit get excited about picking up and getting ready to do a reading with. So, yep. Another loved one, Pagan Otherworlds by Lucy. Sorry guys, keep going in and out. I'm recording this in portrait mode because of my janky setup here. All right, this was another Kickstarter by Brent Palazzo. MoonBabyTarot. So this is the retro Kickstarter that came out of the hoi polloi version of the deck. And I got it because it was beautiful and hoi polloi is no longer available. So yeah, got my version of it now. Let's see. This one comes with 2 Justice and 2 the Justice of the Strength cards. This one comes with both versions. So whether you want to use each one as the 8 or 11, it's up to you. Why is my... What's going on? Okay, yeah. Because I was doing a reading with it. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, yeah, but this is just, you know, retro version of the deck. Like I said, he captured that feel perfectly. I love the coloration. I love the pastel vibe. I love the retro vibe. You know, this is pretty much another one for the collection. I love collecting basic Rider-Waite decks. So pretty much I, you know, had to grab this one. It's really, really beautiful. very stunning. All right, so that is the MoonBaby Tarot. Love, love, love the retro feel to that. All right. All right, the next deck that I have is this is the Northern Animal Tarot from Wilder Heart Studios. Now, this deck, I originally backed this one because I missed out on the Oak, Ash, and Thorn Kickstarter, and I really, really wanted an animal deck. So I found this one on Instagram, and it was cute. I liked it. I backed it. Very happy. And I started following the creator on Instagram, another great page, and I started to fall in love more and more with the deck. Very good about posting images of the deck, the process of how it was being printed. Another very good communicator. And then Oak, Ash, and Thorn became available. I purchased that one again anyway because it's so beautiful. I wanted to have it. So then these both actually came the same week. I got the Oak, Ash, and Thorn and this deck the same week. I did a comparison video of those two. I started using this deck right away. These are the backs. You get your major arcana, minor arcana, and then extra cards. So she has moon cards here. It's the new moon. She'll have shadow cards in here. They'll have seasonal cards in here. But really, when it comes to this deck, I can't articulate how I feel about this deck because I don't know. It feels like a long lost friend. When I say that this deck has become my favorite deck ever, I mean that crap. It's kind of like how if someone asks you to explain how you feel about something or how you feel about a certain entity or what it means to you, if people are like at a loss for words because you can't explain it because it's so ingrained in you, the feeling of it, that's what it is for me in this deck. I don't know what it is, but as soon as I held it in my hands, I don't know. I don't know. I love to hold it. I love to shuffle it. I don't know. I just love it. I don't know, guys. Like, I don't know. I probably sound like a complete idiot right now. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just, it's here. It's with me. This deck is coming to the next life with me. And the life after that. And the life after that. Like, I'm seriously going to get that, like, tattooed on my body. Get my Northern Animal Tarot. And put it with me. Like, yeah, I don't know, guys. Just the artwork, I feel I get a lot of strong childhood vibes from it. Nostalgic vibes. I also get like kind of like a hope for the future vibe. I don't know. Was I an animal in another past life and maybe I knew these characters? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that I love it. And it has become my favorite deck ever. I love everything about it. Guys, this is like, I haven't read with a lot of decks this year because of this one. So probably when I do my favorites of 2021, you probably already know what number 1 is. I'm telling you right now, it's this one. Yeah, I could go, well, actually I couldn't because I don't know how to explain why I love it so much, but like I said, go follow this creator on Instagram. They are coming out with a second version of the deck that's going to have different backings. Do I need it? No. Am I getting it? Hell yeah. It's just, yeah, guys, I don't know. I don't know. This one's become my favorite. It's my baby now. Northern Animal Tarot by Walter Hurt Studio. I don't know. I love it. All right, next one is the Lubanko Tarot by Emily Lubanko. I have not read with this one yet. This one's been on the shelf, but I have flipped through the deck several times because I love the artwork. Very, very strong, fiery energy. This one is going to give very in-depth readings. I can just tell. And this one is not going to come to play. This is another one that I will be doing a walkthrough of. Just very powerful, jarring images. And I love it. I think it's awesome. Just absolutely beautiful. Like I said, I can't say too much about it yet other than how much I've fallen in love with the art. How it's daring and beautiful and bold. But when I do start to read with it, I will do a full video for you then. That way I'll have more to say about it. But yeah, when the time is right, I don't know when the time will be right. I'll know when it's time to pull this one out. Right now, this one's sitting on the shelf, nice and cozy. So we'll see when that day arrives. But I'm very, very excited to get into this one. So that is the Lubanko Tarot. All right, the next deck. This is another animal themed deck. I backed it because I liked the creator. I liked what the creator stood for. Another one, great Instagram page. And when the deck came, the guidebook really impressed me. And I really loved how the artwork correlated to the deep, impactful, insightful message in the guidebook. They gel really, really well together. And that's the Gentle Tarot. It's like a medicine deck almost. Very, very strong healing energy. There's like an organic feel to the pages. Kind of like almost reading like an old book or a newspaper. Great meanings. Let's see. Maybe I'll read one. So let's see. Like I said, beautiful cards, of course, high quality. But I love the artwork, man. The animal decks are coming out strong. But yeah, I love another earthy, shamanistic feel. Like kind of like an earth healer medicine type of deck. Just really, really beautiful. Let's see, let's do the death card. On an hour. We're almost there, guys. So the death card. This is a card of freedom more than anything else. This is the end of a cycle, the shedding, a necessary letting go. Collective responses from the time that we are in the womb, the body remembers. This is a part of life. It is true for all of us. We become conditioned to act a certain way, to speak a certain way, and often to hurt ourselves and stifle our growth. It could take us years, decades to see clearly. Very true. And even then, it could be extremely difficult to let go of these habits and conditioned responses. Death reminds us that existence is a cycle. Rise up to discover that death is not a permanent state. And it goes into more, like I said, just really, really beautifully written. This is another one where I use the guidebook heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Highly recommend it. I think she also just released a pocket version. So if you're one, who wants smaller cards, go for that too. She has organic cloths, backdrops, I think earrings even, that she's offering that relate to this deck. Just really, really, another really well Kickstarter put together. So that is the Gentle Tarot by Mari in the Sky. Beautiful. All right, 3 left, 3 more. All right, Dame Darcy, Mermaid Tarot. Another one we all know and love. I love the hand-drawn style of the deck. Beautiful backs. Love the colorization. This is my favorite King of Wands ever. I love that shadowy palette. That's just an awesome picture. But yeah, this is fun. I'll whip this one out in the summer. Love the artwork. Has the very nautical Cape Cod type of feel to it. This is another kind of light read for me. Like the Pastel Magic, the Neon Tarot. This is another one. Like, even if you pill like the 10 of Swords, it's like, you're going to be cool. You're fine. Chill. It's all good. I get that very, you know, freeing sunshine vibe from this deck. So that's why I love to work with this one a lot. Like I said, I love the ones where you get kind of like a lot of color and then more that kind of have like that subtle washed out look to it. I love how it goes back and forth between that. So that's a fun one. So that is the Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot. All right. Journey of the Sacred Bee. This is another one where artwork is stunning. I have to say this deck has my absolute favorite court cards of all time. Let's see, are they in here? Scroll through. Or did I take them out? Yeah, some of them are in here. Bright colors. So this one kind of goes into how the process of the bee can correlate to the chaos that we kind of feel in our life sometimes. Kind of reminding us that, you know, even when things seem to spiral out of control, everything takes place in a divine order. And that's the lesson we can learn from the bee. I think the bee was an insect that people took for granted once upon a time. That's not the case anymore. I think a lot of people are realizing how you know, crucial that is for us, for our life cycle as humans. And the deck just relates the two together, those two life cycles between the human and the bee really, really well. So beautiful bright colors, very geometric, metaphysical related. Let me try to find some of the court cards because I love the court cards in this deck. So the Knight of Swords, Queen of Discs, the Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. It's just really, I love the courts. King of Cups, Princess of Wands. It's just, I love it. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Knight of Wands. I mean, look at that. King of Wands. Queen of Swords. Princess of Cups. Yeah. Definitely the color palette and the court sold me on this one. It's a beautiful deck as well. Also just, you know, stunning to look at and work with. Like I said, that's one that comes out in the spring a lot. Very bright after a dark winter. So, Journey of the Sacred Bee. And the last deck, we've arrived, guys. This is one that just came like a week, 2 weeks ago. I have not touched the actual deck itself because this is another one. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna be an experience to get through, and I'm excited and ready for it. It is the Spirit Keepers Tarot, the newest Revelation edition. Of course, kicked myself when I realized I missed out. I knew about the first version of the deck, which was the black and white. The second one was the sepia. Kicked myself when I realized I missed it. Like, of course, I'm looking on eBay. It's like $700, $1,000. I'm like, no way. And then found out she was releasing a color version. That was seriously like, if she dropped that at 2 in the morning, I was setting an alarm to pre-order. But she did it. It was at a reasonable time, so I backed it. This is one where I got the deck. If you know Benabel Wen, Holistic Tarot, she is big on the books, so I got the book to go with it. Like I said, this is going to be a lifelong read. It's all good. I love it. And once again, I got the tarot journal to go with this one. Like I said, tarot journals I've been sleeping on, no more. So I definitely am ready to dig into that. I have not looked at the cards yet because I'm just not ready to. When I get ready to dive in, I don't just want to give it a quick glance. I want to really sit with each card. This was a very historical deck. So we all know Benabel Wen is very good at relating tarot to history, and she spares no expense. She goes all in. So I haven't even taken, the signing off, so I'm just going to leave it like this, guys. Like I said, there are plenty of other YouTube reviews that people that have looked at it already. Please check that out. I think she'll, still have this one available if you are interested. But just, once again, very, very much in depth. And one thing that I did appreciate, usually when they have big, thick guidebooks like this, they kind of get, not always, on the little white guidebook meaning. She did not. She still lists the history, the gods or goddesses associated with it in the little guidebook. So if you didn't want the big one, or if it's not in your budget, there's still a lot to go off of in the smaller guidebook that comes with the deck. And I really appreciated that. Sometimes you just get like the basic meaning. You don't get that here. You get, really solid background to work with. So I like that as well. All right, so wow, that's it, guys. We made it to the end. A little over an hour. If you're still here with me, thank you so much, guys, for sticking this out. That was fun, guys. I enjoyed it, showing you those. So like I said, my mass market video will come out. I'm not gonna give you a time frame because I don't want to lie. So I'll try and get it out soon. I'll do my best. But these are my indie decks. Like I said, some I am purging. I will probably do a deck purge video just to let you know which ones that I will be passing on. I just really didn't want to get into that in this video. I really just wanted to show you the beauty of each deck. So I hope you enjoyed it. So thank you guys so much for staying with me. I really appreciate you guys. So some of the comments you leave on the videos, I really enjoy reading those, getting back to you guys. So in the meantime, continue to stay well, stay blessed, stay healthy, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.